Hello.
Hi. Welcome.
It's us, Nicole.
And Tessa.
And today is August 3rd, 2024.
Saturday, August 3rd.
So yeah, we do.
Watch
don't
out.
touch the pop filter.
It popped.
We probably should record these and put them out like right away, just so they're as current as possible. But then it wouldn't be a midweek mini-sode because we can't record on Tuesdays. Yeah,
A current affair.
Yes. So this week, Francine Pascal died.
I know.
She was 90-something.
I think she was. I saw a picture of her, and if that was a recent picture of her,
She was looking good for her age.
yeah, like she had a coiffed and like the earrings and like whatever, and
Fancy old lady.
she was like a fancy old lady.
And if you don't know who that is, who are you talking about? Francine
on.
Pascal.
Come on,
Sweet Valley Twins. Sweet Valley High. Which apparently, I guess, she only wrote like 22 of them, and then people took over.
Oh, well, it's like
Because it's a long series, I believe.
it's a really long. It's like Babysitter's Club or like V.C. Andrews. V.C. Andrews only wrote the Flowers in the Attic series, I feel like, and My Sweet Audrina, and that was it. The rest of them are because she died, or I think so.
She got
died.
trapped in the attic.
She did. Her mother. She became a flower in the attic.
So yeah, so not too sad. She was in her 90s.
Well, yeah, she was in her
lived a
90s,
nice,
but
good
an
life, but-
icon. Is Judy Blume still alive? Is she not?
Ooh, I don't.
I feel
think
like
so,
Judy
but
Blume is still
she?
with us, because that was another big one.
Oh yeah,
That
for sure.
was another big one. Tell me, Judy Blume. She is 86 and she is still with us.
She's not as old as
Not
Francine
quite
was.
as, but we still have Judy Blume, you guys.
All right, knock on wood.
You're right.
So what do we watch this week?
What did you watch? Like new shit.
Some of it. I watched two new things, but let's just start with a little bit of an older thing since it was actually really good. I liked The Outsider on Max. It's actually from 2020. I didn't think it was that old.
I was like that.
I thought it was like a year ago, but no, it's 4 years old. But that is based on a Stephen King book.
I was going to say, it's
And
a series?
It's a series,
short
a limited
series, or-
edition or
Limited edition.
It's like a 10 episode, one
limited
season,
series?
limited series. Just 10 episodes and you're done. And it was good. I really liked a couple of the actors. Oh God, I should have written their names down. The girl who played Holly, she was I don't know if she was autistic, but she remembers everything like stats and whatever, but she was this really cool character. There was a couple of them that were cool, but it only gave me Stephen King in parts. Like I would forget it was a Stephen King thing, and then something wild would happen.
Right,
that
you're
you'd
like,
go, oh, Stephen King, there he is.
I did like the Castle Rock. I watched some of the Castle Rock series, which was pretty. Castle Rock series. Yeah, no, that was it. I like that because I like that. Oh shit, what's her name? Lizzie Kaplan.
Yeah,
I like her.
yeah, I like her.
I like her.
And I can't remember. I don't think who famous even was in this. The Outsider
Like
was a
nobody
bunch
that
of
you
people
knew?
that I didn't
See, I
really
like
recognize
that.
from anything else.
I like that.
And I guess they probably are in a ton of stuff, but just not a ton of stuff I've seen.
Nothing you've seen.
But I like that. It was it's like, Jason Bateman was in it, but he was only in one episode.
Oh, okay.
Because Jason Bateman is a terrible child murderer.
Oh no.
Or is he?
Oh.
That's how we start. So that's not a spoiler because that all happens in episode 1.
Okay.
So basically
that's like the
it's-
basis of the.
They find a terribly, horribly murdered child.
Oh.
I'm not even going to say how because it's real bad.
Yikes.
All the things have been done to this girl.
Oh God.
And
is it like oh fuck, what was it? That Dr. Sleep when they like torture that boy?
Something like that. And so they have video footage, not of it happening, but of Jason Bateman like leaving the woods where it happened all bloody and like going into a strip club and changing into clean clothes. But then a video surfaces of him 70 miles away at a conference at the exact same time.
Oh.
So it's one of these Stephen King stories.
Oh,
yeah. So you're very much like, wait,
Okay.
huh? So they spread it out nice where they don't give away too
Spread
much.
it out real nice.
Well, it's like they don't give away too much right away where you're like,
Okay.
okay, it's clear what's
Right,
happening
right,
here.
right,
Like
right.
they
We're gonna
don't
guess.
right away go supernatural, but then they ease you into, oh, this ain't human.
Okay.
what's happening here. Yeah.
All right. That's
So I liked it. I recommend.
That's interesting.
And you watched a movie, right?
I watched Axel F.
That's
I
right.
did watch
yes.
Axel
and
F.
She liked it too.
I also really liked it, except for Judd Nelson.
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold at his big age out here with his Guns N' Roses
when
t-shirt.
you sent that message, I knew exactly what you were watching them all. She's watching Axel F.
Sir.
Oh,
I mean, whatever. It was a lot of fun. I really liked that movie. I don't know what people are complaining about because I had a good time. I was laughing like I LOL'd. I LIAF'd. Laughed in an audibly fashion within like the first 7 minutes, 5 minutes.
And I don't know why we didn't plan to do Beverly Hills Cop. I don't think I even realized that was coming out so quick.
Right.
Because it's on our list. It's just not on our schedule. So
I feel like because we had heard they were going to do it and it snuck up on us and there it is.
But we'll do it eventually. I'm sure. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a brand new series, or what there is so far of the new Time Bandits.
Oh.
I have thoughts. 4 episodes are available on Apple Plus. Oh, why do I keep touching it?
Popping it.
This is a Taika Waititi, Jermaine Clement project.
Which,
fine. You would think great. These are great people
sure.
to carry on a Terry Gilliam style.
Right.
They are and they aren't. So the kid is great. The kid who plays little Kevin, perfect. I mean, he's not like the original Kevin necessarily, but he does a good job.
Be the exact like you don't do your version of Kevin, but make it good.
But you're gonna swap out Randall for Lisa Kudrow? I mean, I don't got nothing against Lisa Kudrow.
No,
but I ain't got nothing for her either. Romy and Michelle is the only thing I got for Lisa Kudrow, and so there's no little people that are bandits. Which to me is a weird choice because these group of bandits don't seem like they all have been friends forever. It seems like they all came from different times and like they were picked up along the way, where the Time Bandits were like a team.
Right.
Where it seemed like they'd been together. They all came from the same place.
It's also been a very long time since I've seen
I had to rewatch
Time
it
Bandits.
because I had not seen it in 30 years probably. And so the big head of the supreme being that chases them, that's good.
Okay.
They do it gives me very Terry Gilliam. They did like a 3-faced head.
Okay.
And I want to say there's parts where like it's spinning and it seems more like physical object that's really in the room, not just like a video element that's chasing them. Taika Waititi makes himself the supreme being.
Well, I mean, if you were he, would you not?
But in the movie, you don't meet the supreme being until other than the head.
Yeah.
You don't meet him until the very end, and he's just like an old white man in a plain, boring suit. Taika is, of course, hot because he's Taika with his long white hair in a sky blue suit. But he's kind of a goon, which I don't think. I mean, he looked good. But Jermaine as pure evil. Hilarious.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hot. And I was like, yeah, maybe.
I mean, I think Jermaine Clement's hot, but I don't know that I would say that in that whole pure evil costume.
See, but when you put it together with pure evil, I'm thinking like.
But he's funny.
Okay.
He needs more screen time.
Well, he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny in general. But the bandits just aren't doing it for me. Charlene Yee's in there. She's cute. I don't know who the dudes are who are the bandits, but the only little people so far are people who work for the Supreme and come like check out Kevin's house to see why is there like a time hole here or whatever. But they're only in like 2 minutes of one episode.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what the politics are about why we didn't have little people time bandits this time. I know apparently in the original script only one of them was small.
Okay.
But they made none of them small. And I feel like there's so few roles, like good, because these are good roles. They're adventure roles. It has nothing to do with being little. I mean, it did in the original because like they met Napoleon and he liked them because they were smaller than him.
That's right. Oh my God.
Yeah. And so I had forgotten Sean Connery's in the original and Shelley Duvall.
Sean Connery.
Exactly. But they get to meet sort of more, it does factor in the original movie that them being small does kind of lead to how they get into some of these adventures.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Visually, it looks great.
Right.
Except for the opening is, I don't know. The opening of Time Bandits was very much, it was the star map and the little square Time Bandits thing popping out, and then they're like in space. This is white gloved hands playing with neon glowing string, and it like writes out Time Bandits. I don't know. I thought it was weird. I guess it's supposed to be maybe like the Supreme moving the strings around, but
maybe it's like well, I don't know. Now that's 4 episodes. Like are they long? Are they like an hour?
The first one was almost an hour, but I think the rest are 30.
Okay.
So it's not super long.
So maybe, because I feel like I know we talked about this last time, but Willow, it took me past I needed to go like after the first episode.
So maybe
like, it didn't grab me, and I wanted it to, and I gave it a little bit of time, and sure enough, I got there. But it wasn't immediate.
Like Lisa Kudrow is playing Phoebe in a pirate suit. She's being like, the original Time Bandits weren't goofs. Like they were fun, and they were kind of sometimes not doing like exactly what they should be doing, but they were a team and they were getting shit done. They were stealing. They had all kinds of shit they had actually stolen.
Bandits.
And this, it seems more like they're bumbling a little bit, and that the kid is a key part where, because he's great at history, he's able to help them, which he did in the movie, but they already knew what they were doing in the movie pretty much. That was like, I don't know. I'm trying not to hate on it.
I don't know. I know. Like, I don't know. I'm not entirely interested. And your endorsement has not.
So yeah, I don't know. If I get to the end and it improves, I will let you guys know.
Well, and then who knows that they get to the end and it's like they set it up for a sequel and then they end up getting canceled fucking anyway. I'm not going to want to watch it.
There's that too. So
like, I don't want to go back and rewatch Willow once again because I liked it, but I'm never going to go back and rewatch it because it's going to be disappointing.
And I know they're going to give that hint at the end where you think, oh, 3 seasons. Nope. Because they do that 3 books.
I know.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed. I was just as disappointed when they didn't want to do that Beverly Hills 90210 reboot.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I did too.
And now you can't find that Heather shit nowhere either. I looked.
Speaking of Willow, the series, that brings us to the Decameron.
Ah, that's right.
Because hot ass Amar Chadha Patel.
Oof.
This man.
Oof.
So this is a Netflix comedy about the bubonic plague.
Which is explaining this to me, and I'm like, okay.
By Genji Cohan, among others. So she did Weeds and Orange is the New Black.
Which wasn't anything that I
didn't watch Orange is the New Black, and I only watched, I think, a season or 2 of Weeds.
I might have seen like an episode or 2.
But it's got Saoirse Monica Jackson from Dairy Girls, and oh god, I forgot to write her name, but the main character in it is one of the girls from Sex Education, the one that was a goof. I don't think you watched it.
The one that was a goof. No, I didn't. You're looking.
But if you guys haven't seen Sex Education, you should watch that too.
That's why I told you write it down. Don't look at
Gillian
me because
Anderson.
I do love some Gillian Anderson. You know I do.
But yeah, so it's funny so far. I'm only 3 episodes in, but I'm just gonna tell you, if you want to see that man shirtless in some velvet leggings and a cod piece,
and I do,
get over to Netflix and watch the Decameron.
I mean, maybe I'll just put it on while I'm cleaning my floors. Like, it doesn't matter to me
because it's a comedy, so you got to sort of pay attention to know what the storyline is, but all you really got to know is bubonic plague, and like people are trying to stay away from it, and so they're like kind of holding up together all the rich people to keep away from all of the grossies that have the plague.
Josie grossies.
So yeah, that one was good. Did I watch anything else new? The Outsider, Time Bandits, the Decameron.
Oh, I was gonna look up because I told you, because you mentioned it last time. The Mayfair Witches.
Oh yeah, you said it is getting a 2nd season.
Yes.
Maybe this week I will finally get around to watching the new season of Interview with the Vampire.
Right? And maybe I'll look at it too. Okay, where did I fucking...
But you said it's not until like 2025 or something?
I feel like it was something like that. They had just put out the...
It's too long between seasons, y'all.
I know. If it's really... Yeah, early 2025.
Okay.
Is what it says.
Could be
8
6
episodes,
months. Could be
2nd
longer.
season, early 2025 it says, which that's
they
still
got to pull a Sonic
long.
though and replace that last
right?
Nico did remind me, because I said in the last one, I couldn't remember if he was ever described, but I don't think he was described like that. And she said he could look like anything he wanted, but he always chose to be hot. Like because he was a ghost, and like he could change how he looked. But she's like, they never would have. I think she called that man. Oh God, dang it! It's going to be too far back in the Discord. She called him a foot or something. She was like that foot of a man, or something like that. Yeah,
he's got foot face, like Julia Stiles.
Oh wait. I can't do it. Chris brought it up that I haven't been doing my new laugh, and I'm like, I forgot it.
It's too hot.
It was It was so random. It was
I know, like I don't even know where that fucking came from. But yeah, they should. Although I did see, in that interview with the vampire thing, which again I have not watched, but apparently this is going to be like Rock and Roll Lestat.
Okay, so this will Queen of the Damned is coming. Queen of the Damned era Lestat.
Queen of the Damned era. From what I understand, that's what's
I need to reread those books. They're all right there. They're sitting 3 feet away from me, and I don't ever pick them up and read them.
I can see them.
Oh God, something you said just now reminded me of something else, and now I already fucking forgot it. My brain.
Oh no,
my old brain. You didn't watch any new movies this week?
I told you I tried to, but it didn't work out because shit didn't work. But I tried to watch. I started to watch The Exorcism, and Russell Crowe is not a priest, y'all. He plays a priest on TV. No, I'm just kidding. He's an actor, and they're doing like a remake of The Exorcist. So he's playing a priest in this movie. David Hyde Pierce is a priest. And of course, it was like right before shit really started to go down. So did The Thing. And then we tried again with The Strangers, the chapter 1 or whatever, because I'd seen the first one, of course, and I watched the Pray at Night with little Bill Pullman's son.
Oh, okay.
He's in it. And that one was pretty good. And, of course, again, it was fine. And right before, like, they had, they're in the fucking house. The shit didn't work. Yeah, and I was like, fuck, dude. So now I don't know what I'm going to do. But I did go back and watch Pearl. Like we were talking about, like.
So we both, I don't know if we said this on air, but we both watched X and Pearl. And neither one of us could remember from like halfway through Pearl what happened. And I'm like, I must have fallen asleep.
And that scarecrow shit happens really early in the morning.
And that's what I remember. I remember the scarecrow part. And then I was like, I think I might have fallen asleep. So she rewatched it.
Yeah. And no, I don't think you did. I don't think you did.
It just wasn't that memorable.
But I decided what I want. I didn't necessarily. I mean, like, sure, I haven't seen Maxine yet. I'm just gonna end up having to fucking rent it because it's available for rent on streaming. So, and I want to see it, so fuck it, I'll rent it. But what I want is not necessarily that story. I want to know what the fuck happened between Pearl and Howard from this time,
like what they've been doing all this time.
I want to know what happened after that shit.
If you don't know, it's the old couple from the first one, right? Exactly. Who owned that farm or whatever.
On that same fucking farm.
And I've seen people saying like, oh, I'm going to watch them in chronological order. But I also saw people saying, yeah, you're not meant to. Like they weren't made in that order for a reason. So you don't need to try to watch them in chronological order.
One really doesn't have anything much to do with the other except for she's a star. She was going to be a star. And Maxine's going to be a star. I mean, that's pretty much... That's pretty much the only thing. But yeah, no, I don't think you really missed anything.
Okay. The one thing I haven't I mentioned it in the first episode, but I haven't been keeping up with it, is I am current on the Dragon Show.
Oh, okay. That's right.
If you're not watching the Dragon Show, the memes are fire, man. I'm telling you.
I was laughing at the
I've been sending them to the group chat even though they're not watching it because the memes alone are fucking funny.
Well, that and any excuse to send me Darcy, anything at all. Anything at all. I'm here for it. Please send it to me.
Eat them up with a little spoon.
I'll just put them
in a spoon. Ending of this last one, I showed you just that ending shot.
Did you see the one that I was dying? I should have sent it to you. It was Ice Cube from Boys in the Hood where he's like, do we got a problem?
No, I didn't see that one.
Do we got a problem?
And I was confused at first because it's like, I don't want to give spoilies, but so they're trying to find dragon riders.
Right.
They're out of Targaryens.
Oh, fresh out.
And so they're like, well, shit. There's a lot of Targaryen bastards around.
I mean, obviously.
Like, you know,
bastards
they all hit
abound.
up the freaking brothels too.
In this series, bastards are everywhere.
So she does like a cattle call for Targaryen bastards.
Round them up.
And then puts them in the fucking dragon cave. And she introduces the dragon. Like, she gets the dragon calm, but it's like the biggest dragon they have.
Right.
It's not as big as One Eye's dragon. It's not as big as Vhagar.
Wow.
But it's still big. And
that fucking guy.
she brings it out. And this scene's badass, too. There's this shot where, like, this fucking huge dragon comes out.
I
and she's
saw
like,
the gif.
She's all little. Yeah.
I saw the gif, and yes, it was bitching.
But then she leaves him alone to, like, pick his rider, basically. And he picks his dinner.
Oh.
Which is most of them. And
well,
so,
that's a big dragon.
But there's a twist. Like, there's a little. Like I said, I don't want to do spoilers, but we end up with a writer or more from that group.
Okay.
So mostly they get charred and eaten,
Okay.
but there's
Well,
a couple
the ones that survive.
left over. But
Well,
the one is so surprised to end up on a dragon that he just goes freewheeling back to the King's Landing to show off. It's like a comedy thing. Like, you don't get a lot of comedy
funny.
in the dragon show.
No, I can't imagine.
But this dude's been bragging at the bar for his whole life that he's a Targaryen dragon rider.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Descendant.
And he
And
finally
so his
gets
friends
to
were
go.
like, he didn't want to go. And they're like, well, come
it
on.
was like a never-ending story. When
They're
he
like,
shows
we've
up,
been
he's
buying
like,
you free beer. Yes. They're like, we've been buying you free beers because you've been telling us you're the dragon rider for your whole life. Like, you better go claim your dragon. And he's scared shitless because he's like, I don't know. And he ends up with the dragon. And he goes,
do we got a problem?
Yes. And he goes Bastion style.
Yes.
Flying over the city.
They
like,
jump into a dumpster.
And Aegon sees him and is like, what the fuck?
Right.
Who dat? And
Who
he
is?
goes to chase him home. And the dude doesn't know. This is not a
Right.
plan
He's like,
for the war. He
No,
just
no,
literally
no.
went,
He's
like,
just-
found himself on a dragon and was like, hell
Oh,
yeah.
everyone's got to see this shit.
But he goes to follow him. And when he gets close enough, he sees all them dragons posted up behind her. Yeah. And he just straight skirt and goes back the other way.
Skirt.
And it was lovely because there's parts, if you've seen anything about this season, people have complained it's slow. It's, a lot of political
that's what she
intrigue
said.
and it's dry in some episodes. And Matt Smith ain't doing shit. He's just like sitting around in the haunted Heron Hall.
If that's
going
all
crazy.
he's doing, maybe I'll watch it because that's a big detractor for me.
And this season, he hasn't been doing a ton.
Well, no, actually, you've told me, like, doesn't he, like, fuck? I don't want to, I'm good.
Oh, only his own mom in a dream.
Oh, okay, cool. No, thanks, I'm good.
No, there's probably some fucking. I can't remember. Not this season, but I feel like in season 1 you see him in the brothel. I told you though there was that one in the brothel this season. It's not with him, but the one where they use this big fake dick on some dude for some reason. But like that's the opening shot is like a close up of a girl giving a BJ on what is clearly a giant fake penis, and I'm like, why? You could have done a silhouette. You could, there was no need. We know what happens in a brothel.
I get the need or whatever to like push the shit, and I'm not a prude.
No, but it was just so clearly rubber, and it was like, come on,
reason, now. Like most of the time.
But that
for like,
was it Ewan Mitchell? The Aegon, is that his name?
Oh yeah.
Pointy
He looks
chin?
like a Ewan.
He got the dick out for real.
Oh,
he
that
was really same episode. I guess that was yep.
Okay, well, good for you.
So good for you.
Good for you.
Put them out there. We need more.
Why not?
More twig and berries on
not?
screen. If we're gonna keep seeing titties,
I'm always here. Well, like the thing. What was it? The thing Kim sent or whatever was like A24 and like naked old people.
Yeah,
or whatever. Like that. That's just how you immediately make somebody uncomfortable. Is you got to get that dick out.
Yeah.
Period.
If you want to,
get that dick out. I'm immediately
to be weird in here.
Weird in here. Get that dick out.
I have something else that we had forgotten about that is in my notes, that they're going to do a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with Eddie Izzard. Remember? We talked about this. A Hammer House of Horror.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited about that.
So keep an eye out for that. We're excited for that.
I am so excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be great. She's like a... Oh, dang it. I read the whole thing and I forgot.
I mean,
we were gonna,
it doesn't matter
there might
to me.
already be a trailer
Hammer
or something.
House of Horror, Susie Izzard.
Yeah.
I'm
and
there.
I think I went to check when we did Mystery Men because I didn't want to misgender or misname. But this website's still EddieIzzard.com and everything on there says Eddie. And I really don't think she cares. It's just kind of like,
it's just
sometimes
like
she plays a boy.
It's whatever
especially
you
in a
feel.
role. If the role is male,
I feel like she's
I think it's okay.
had said like she's feeling like girl mode right now.
Right. So I think she goes, maybe not non-binary,
Or
but what is it? Yes, gender fluid.
Which, great, whatever. Like,
Just
as
let me
long
know.
as they're not in, I'm not trying to offend.
No.
No, absolutely not.
You do you, girl, or guy, or who.
I love
they.
you. I love you.
Yeah.
I like you.
I don't care what you are.
I like you.
I love you. And then we had a little bit of, I don't know if it's really gossip. So first there's Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh my God.
So I read this whole article. I don't know if you guys have seen these videos of Francis Ford Coppola on set, like hugging and kissing these female extras on a dance floor. So apparently there was no HR department on this film. No. And so there was
he had financed it, so there was nothing.
He was the head of the whole thing.
Weird.
So all these people that work with him defended him and said he's not like that. And this was it was supposed to be like Studio 54. And that he was just setting the mood by like going around and giving everyone hugs and kisses.
I don't know.
And they said they were pecks on the cheek.
People defend Roman Polanski.
But I just wanted to say Francis Ford Coppola out loud.
I know, just because that's funny. That's funny.
And in addition to him, we got more allegations.
Yes, against
We're going down Allegations Alley.
Allegations Alley.
For Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, apparently there was a couple more of those. And what did I say? One of them was...
like he wanted her to sleep with him so that her and her kids could live in one of his properties.
One of his properties she had to like put out, and then he had to pay her money allegedly to like for her therapy
after
for
she
her
ended up doing it.
Stress related to the incident.
Oof.
Well, and then there was that other story. One of the other allegations was like degrading sex acts, like violent, degrading sex acts, like that. May or may not allegedly be his kink is to...
He's got a wife, right? Or are they not married anymore?
I don't know. But now it's starting to pile up. And when they start to pile up,
bummer.
You got to ask that question. I'm just saying.
Bummer.
I'm just saying. When it's just one...
Right. If it's just one, and like, yes, of course, there's always the possibility there was like someone lost their job totally rightfully, but now they're like pissed about it and they're going to make some shit up. It does happen.
I'm not going to deny the existence of people that are willing to do some shit like that for cash.
For sure.
However,
when it becomes
they start piling up, it looks suspicious.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Suspicious.
So yeah, that's really disappointing. That's
because
really
I'm really looking forward to the new Sandman season.
That's
supposed to be coming out
on one of my day list things, which is another thing that's really disappointing about it, is because what was it? Tori Amos song came up, and it's that "Tear in Your Hand" song, which she's talking about like Neil says hi. Like me and Neil be hanging out with the Dream King. She's talking about Neil Gaiman. That's like a friend of hers. So that's a disappointing that she does so much work for anti-sexual assault and like works with all of that. And now this motherfucker.
Yikes.
So that's upsetting.
And I've been lucky to never have yet, knock on wood, be put in a position where someone I know personally who I'm good friends with has been accused of something.
Right. People that I know have been accused.
Right.
But not somebody that I didn't mind, like, oh, okay.
They're exactly. Acquaintances have been accused where I'm like, bye. Like, I just don't need to talk to you anymore.
No
That's
problem.
Okay.
No problem whatsoever.
But I've never had it happen to someone I'm super close with where I now have to make the decision where I'm like, fuck. Like, is this...
Just because that's what I know of you.
Because you hear those...
I know, and it's all the time.
People defending them all the time that they never did that to me.
Right, which isn't necessarily... I mean, I don't know. I guess it would be hard. It would be really difficult.
It'd be a hard decision.
It would be really difficult to separate that from the other, I would imagine.
But I mean, let's be honest. There's no such thing as cancel culture. Nobody really gets canceled. Everybody who's been accused of anything is still out here working.
Louis C.K.'s
still out here
touring.
making money. I heard Kevin Spacey's on the comeback. He's about to be in some shit.
Him too.
So, I mean...
And nobody gave a shit when Dane Cook fucking married that 18-year-old.
Exactly. I'm like, so there's no such thing.
15.
Like, I don't want to hear it from y'all. Not that any of you
I don't want to hear it from y'all. Like,
not that I think any of our listeners are out there like, we're going to get canceled.
I know.
But
we're going to get canceled now.
Oh, no, because we talked about it.
Oh, no, we talked about it.
But yeah, so that's
disappointing.
And you just have to make your own decisions whether you're going to separate from the art from the artist.
Although, I did tell you, because I was going through Tubi. Oh, which, by the way, on Tubi, I was so excited. I opened it up today. You know what's on there?
What?
Strangeland.
Oh.
Fucking D. Snyder.
Wow. I remember that.
I love that trash bin of a fucking movie.
D. Snyder's still fucking great.
I know.
He's like,
I was
D. surprised to find that D. Snyder's on the right side of things.
He has been ever since like the way back. Like he's always been taking on censorship.
He was anti-censorship and all that
whatever.
Stuff. Yeah.
So it's good to see that he's, you know.
Because I loved Twisted Sister from the time
did too.
I was very small.
I did too.
Yeah.
I loved that whole image.
The aesthetic of, yes.
Loved
absolutely. Big old giant man with makeup and hair.
Looking so severe. And
fishnet
like
stockings.
Yes.
Yes. Love it.
That's my thing. That's my jam. So I was excited to see that. Where the fuck was I going?
Strangeland.
Strangeland was out there.
Tubi.
Fuck. Oh, also, the director's cut of Exorcist 3 is available on Tubi.
Oh, okay.
That was cool. There was something else, though, that I was going to say, and now I can't remember what the fuck it was. I can't remember what we were talking about right before. Oh, that's what I was saying, separating the art from the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Also on Tubi, I saw that it come up. I was like, oh, Ninth Gate.
Oh, yeah.
Loved that movie. Loved that movie. But we were talking about it before, and I was like, fuck. Johnny Depp, like, all right, whatever. I had forgotten it was Roman fucking Polanski.
Which is the whole reason it came up to begin with.
I know, which I was like, how did I forget? I was like, I had a stroke or something. And then one of the other first people you see is fucking Frank Langella. And I was like, I'm out.
You're too many.
I'm out. It was too many. 3 strikes, you're out. I can't. Yeah. I can't. I could no longer. I couldn't even get to Lena Olin.
Well, and with the era of stuff we're talking about, like, I'm going to say 75% or more of the dudes we're talking about are probably pieces of shit or were pieces of shit at some point.
To reason.
So, I mean, that's why we just don't even really get into it because we would spend more time talking about all their fucking allegations than we would about
those allegations.
The movies we love.
We could just say we did not forget about those allegations and move on.
I
have not forgotten. I might forget a lot of shit.
But we don't forget
that.
But
I ain't going to forget that. But yeah. Get on Tubi. Tubi's always got a bunch of fun shit. Random shit.
We are wrapping it up now.
Yeah.
We are getting to the end. Got there quick. If you guys have any suggestions for other new stuff we just can't miss.
A little Q&A.
720-Doom. Yeah, or just you have questions for us. Stuff that we can fill time with or
let us know.
Music, books, movies, whatever.
All right, put us on.
Let us know. And we'll talk at you next week.
Later, Doomers.
Doomers.